Hi, I'm Travis Heilig, and I'll be going over the software IES, or Integrated Environmental Solutions. What can IES do? IES can do an energy solar analysis, and this can detect if the building is efficient or not. You can also change the location of the sun orientation and how that affects the building heating and cooling loads, CO2 emissions, and that is what the building is giving off, and light comfort, and that is the sunlight and the artificial light that is created within the building. Airflow, and that is the right amount of ventilation and choosing the right kind of ventilation for your building and the occupation it contains. And occupant comfort, and that is combining the light comfort and the correct amount of airflow and making sure that it is proper, and much more. And what I'm going to show you how to use part of the software is an energy and solar analysis. So we're going to start here with your Revit file open, and what we're going to do is we're going to go over to add-ins. Make sure your add-ins are here. As you can see, all my VE add-ins are there. We're going to go back to architecture, and we're going to click area, and we're going to go to area here, and we're going to click on, as it gets ready, we're going to click on room areas, but I've already got my rooms in there, as you can see, so I'm not going to place any tags in there. And then you're going to go back over to tag room, and that does the same thing as tag room. So this is room 2, room 1, room 6, and so on. And this is first floor, and you can see these highlighted purple, and that is my boundaries of my entire building, which creates the outline. So once that's done, you're going to go back to add-ins. You're going to click import model, and this is going to take a few seconds, and it's going to do a few calculations. Okay, and once that loads, this is the setup model properties. Go over here to building type, find hotel, there it is, building construction, keep it the same because that's what the building materials that it's taken into consideration. And here's your heating and cooling stuff. We'll leave it as a VAV single duct. You can change the location here. Select, you can do anywhere in these countries on the side. Change this to Mankato. Changes the latitude, longitude, gets everything to sea level, the fuel factor, and we'll hit OK. Select. Okay. Okay. And then we're going to have to check model, because this is what it wants you to do right away. And what this is doing is it's calculating all the square feet that are in the model, and once you see these highlighted yellow things, those are errors or expected bounds that have been exceeded. So we have a missing surface of 26 feet squared. That is okay. That is in room 1, and that is the separation between room 1 and room 2 with the countertop, because it's thinking the countertop is a separate room divider. So we'll just exit that, and we check the model. Click over here. I've checked the model for suitable analysis. We'll click OK, and that window will close. We'll come back over here, and we'll click VE where, and VE will automatically open, and this is the layout of your building in the walls. So we're going to go over here. We're going to go to Suncast. We're going to go to analysis, and right here you can hover over there, and this is the solar energy analysis, and you can do full year, single day, single month, or date range. So we'll click full year. We'll simulate. Now it's checking surfaces, the rooms, the surfaces of the building, and it runs through all the dates of the year, and this is based off of my location that I already had previously set. Okay, and once that's done running through its simulations, which takes about 3 minutes real time to do, come over here, we'll hit apply, and the viewer is going to load. And once it's done loading, it'll spit out a color chart, and you can come over here and change what kind of colors you want to look at. And this is in kBTUs, which is kilo British thermal units, and we can spin around and look at the entire building. And if you remember it correctly, this whole front side is the curtain wall, which is glass, and you can see that that is giving off a lot more BTUs than the back side. Wish you could compare colors and view the chart. You get exact numbers if you go up into the cost and value energy analysis, but since I have the 30-day free trial, I cannot do that. I'm going to run one more simulation. I'm going to come over here and do the sun exposure, and we'll do that for a full year. Hit apply. Come here and look. It's a little different chart. And based off of my location of the building and the orientation of the building, you can see the front of the building is maxed out at 4,300 hours a year. And if you look at the back of the building, there is 0 sun exposure in the corners and stuff. And the thing about that is it's good for, you can see that the front surface of the building is facing the sun the entire time, and you can look and see how that affects the cost of heating and cooling your building, and that would also be in the cost and value, the depth value engineering analysis, which I don't have. And with changing that, you can go directly back into your Revit file, change the location that I set earlier, and you can come back, view how the sun is based on your building, and run that report and get a cost value out of that. And this is just some of what the program has to offer. If you come over here and look at this sidebar, I can do multi-zone air movement, and that's based off the vents and stuff together and how the air flows through the buildings, through open doors, through the outside, coming in through the vents. And go over here and do egress. I can do a Lizzie, which is based on, I put in how many elevators I have, how many floors the building has, how many occupants on a daily basis the building should have. And that calculates the average wait time per floor that the elevator has to go up and down. And I can come over here and do Simulex, and that's occupant movement around the walls, around the pillars that I have in the building. And that's just some of the things that I can do with this program. You could go on and list them, but this is what I got. And some of the pros and cons about the IES software. Pros, the amount of information provided. There's a god-awful lot of information that you have at your fingertips and that you can use to help design and create your building. And that allows you to change your building information in Revit and seeing the changes in IES. So the files will go back and forth. If you changed your building orientation in Revit, it's going to change your building orientation in the virtual environment. The cons, hard to use. I should be able to put in my entire building, but it will not let me. And I don't know if that was based off the Revit file that we had, or that was based off that I have the free trial. But you should be able to incorporate your entire building into this program, because I've seen it done on other YouTube videos. And another con is understanding all the information. There's a lot of information provided that the average user is not going to be able to understand. And so that leads me to believe, is this product for an owner, or is this product for an engineer or architect? And the full free trial versus the actual product. There's things I couldn't do in the full free trial that I can do in the actual product, and that was a little tough, just because if I'm going to purchase this software, I want to see what it can fully do rather than just read about it. So this wraps up my video on IES. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed.